The IT Minister Rajeev Chandrasekhar has dismissed concerns that have been raised over the draconian nature of a new fact-checking unit to tackle misinformation related to the government. He said it would be done in a credible way, but there are fears this will be used to censor the news. Here's a report.
In a controversial move, the government has from today given itself the right to decide what is fake or false or misinformation in any news or content about the government. It is setting up a fact-check unit with no outsiders because it says it's government information.
After releasing the IT rules, the Electronics and IT Ministry is now preparing to notify a fact-checking unit which will be a government body, and it will function as a watchdog to check the veracity and authenticity of all information related with Government of India on the internet.
However, the IT Ministry says there will be transparency, but the move is to protect what they call attempted foreign attacks on Indian democracy.
एक अनवेवरिंग कमिटमेंट है कि देश के इंटरनेट सेफ और ट्रस्टेड हो, और जो बाहर के देश, बाहर के तत्व, बाहर के वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट हमारे इंटरनेट में मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन और डिसइन्फॉर्मेशन और पेटेंटली फॉल्स इन्फॉर्मेशन डालते हैं और हमारे डेमोक्रेसी को कॉम्प्रोमाइज करने की कोशिश करते हैं, उसमें हम एक मुंह तोड़ जवाब दे और उसके लिए एक फैक्ट चेकिंग यूनिट नोटिफाई होगा सरकार के इंफॉर्मेशन और डेटा को फैक्ट चेक करने के लिए.
The government's new rules allow the government to determine what content is false, fake or misinformation. The intermediaries will have to take this down. If they don't, they can face action in court. Intermediaries risk losing their safe harbor immunity. The Internet Freedom Foundation says intermediaries means firms like Meta or Twitter, or internet service providers like ACT or Airtel or Jio. The Editors Guild of India says that they hit out at center's fact-check rules, that there is adverse implications for press freedom and that fake news and that government has given itself absolute power. The Editors Guild of India added that it is disturbed by sweeping powers to मेटी.
विशेष प्रकार से फोकस किया गया है कि जितने भी ये पब्लिशर्स हैं, डिजिटल मीडिया पब्लिशर्स हैं, इंटरमीडिएरीज हैं, वो कोई ऐसी चीज प्रकाशित नहीं करेंगे जो झूठ है, फेक न्यूज है. हालांकि हम समझते हैं कि फेक न्यूज बहुत एक विकराल सा इकोसिस्टम डेवलप हो चुका है, लेकिन इसको इफेक्टिवली डील करने के लिए आइडियल बात तो ये होगी कि अगर हमारे पास एक डेडिकेटेड कानून हो.
While the Internet Freedom Foundation says that it is a chilling effect on fundamental right to speech and a gross violation of Supreme Court order for blocking content, the government says the responsibility of social media platforms will increase.
उनका responsibility जो है बढ़ जाएगा. उनके प्लेटफॉर्म से गलत चीज 100 times more वायरल होते हैं और सही चीज ज्यादा वायरल नहीं होते हैं.
In New Delhi with Himanshu Shekhar Mishra, Usama Shah for NDTV.
Now, in an exclusive interview with NDTV's editor-in-chief Sanjay Pugalia, NCP chief Sharad Pawar opened up on a host of issues and taking a very different stand from the Congress. He said the Hindenburg report on Adani Group seemed targeted. He also dismissed the demand for a JPC. Remember, that's an issue that held up the recent parliament session.
एक विदेशी शॉर्ट सेलर बाजार में पैसा कमाने के लिए एक रिपोर्ट लेकर के आता है और इंडियन बिजनेसमैन के ऊपर सवाल खड़ा करता है, और उसको हम देश का सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा मान लेते हैं बिना ये देखे कि हमारे फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम पे, इकोनॉमी पे, बिजनेस पे, इन्वेस्टर कॉन्फिडेंस पर उसका क्या असर पड़ता है. एक मांग रखी थी, मांग ये थी कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जांच या जेपीसी की जांच. सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जांच अब हो रही है, फिर जेपीसी का क्या तुक है.
ये बात ऐसी कि जो आपने कहा कोई एक विदेशी फर्म या इंडिविजुअल उन्होंने कुछ बयान दे दिया, इस बयान से देश में हंगामा हो गया. ऐसे बयान इससे पहले भी कुछ लोगों ने दिए थे, कुछ दिन हाउस में हंगामा भी हुआ था, मगर इस समय आउट ऑफ ऑफर सेनेट उसको इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया गया. और ये इश्यूज जो रखे गए वो रखने वाले कौन है, इसकी सोचने की आवश्यकता थी. हमने तो कभी नाम भी सुना नहीं था जिसने स्टेटमेंट दे दिया. नंबर 2, इसकी बैकग्राउंड क्या है, 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 इसकी बैकग्राउ नंबर 3, जो कुछ इशूज रेज करते हैं और इससे देश में हंगामा होते हैं, तो इसकी कीमत देश की ओवरऑल सिचुएशन, इकोनॉमिक, इसको कितनी देनी पड़ती है, ये बातें हम नज़रअंदाज नहीं कर सकते। यहाँ टारगेट किया गया ऐसे लगता है।
Reacting to that interview, the Congress has said that 19 opposition parties are convinced that the Adani Group issue is serious, and then also added while 20 parties, that includes the NCP, are united in saving the constitution and defeating the BJP's destructive, divisive agenda. Well, in other news of the Congress, Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge takes the lead in alliance talks for the 2024 polls, and he's dialed up several allies. He's called DMK President, that's the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, for alliance and seat sharing talks in Tamil Nadu, and also Uddhav Thackeray for alliance and seat sharing in Maharashtra. Well, let's go across to Sunil Prabhu now for more on this. And Sunil also called up the RJD and JD. So tell us more about this move and the Congress, trying to move. Usually we see it moving later, but trying to move earlier on ahead of 2024.
That's right, Gargi. They want to have everybody on board, and that's the reason for why not only seat adjustments, but also having a meeting with like-minded parties to show that they're united. There will definitely be those who will be going alone, for example, Mamata Banerjee, or for that matter, the BRS in Telangana. And like that, there might be other political parties who will go it alone for their own reasons, because opposition unity, as we have always pointed out, is extremely difficult at the ground level. But the Congress focusing on state to state, be it in Maharashtra, be it in Bihar, be it in Tamil Nadu, be it in Kerala. And that's why Mr. Kharge has taken the lead to already speak to Mr. Uddhav Thackeray as well as Mr. Stalin. And already parleys are on to speak with Nitish Kumar as well as RJD leaders, and hopefully have a meeting at a later stage. But definitely at this stage, you're absolutely right. They want to be be quick in terms of alliances as seat adjustments to ensure that they sort out all their issues well in time before the 2024 elections.
All right, Sunil, thanks so much for joining us with those details. And let's now talk of the BJP's South push ahead of 2024 polls. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a 2-day visit to Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka tomorrow and the day after in a major infrastructure and connectivity push for the southern states. Here's a report.
Less than 3 months after the first Vande Bharat from Telangana Secunderabad to Andhra Pradesh Visakhapatnam on January 15th Sankranti, the Prime Minister will flag off a second Vande Bharat connecting the IT city with Tirupati, a pilgrim mecca for Hindus. That is expected to cut travel time by almost 3.5 hours. Also to be announced is modernization of Secunderabad railway station at a cost of 720 crores. 13 multimodal services, doubling and electrification of lines to make urban-suburban travel faster. Even as the BRS government has been accusing the centre of neglecting Telangana, the Prime Minister will announce 11,300 crore worth of projects, including the foundation stone of AIIMS at BB Nagar and national highways to boost road connectivity and socio-economic development. At Chennai, a state-of-the-art new integrated terminal building of Chennai International Airport, built at a cost of 1,260 crore rupees and reflecting Tamil culture, will be opened. This will increase passenger serving capacity from 23 million passengers per annum to 30 million passengers per annum. The PM will also flag off another Vande Bharat between Chennai and Coimbatore and then participate in celebrations commemorating 125 years of Sri Ramakrishna Mutt in Chennai. Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
The BJP says Bandi Sanjay was targeted for arrest as he was exposing the BRS and KCR government on their alleged inability to protect the interests of students and the youth. The municipal corporator turned a member of parliament turned state party chief has declared that he and his party would work single-mindedly to oust the KCR family.
Telangana BJP chief Bandi Sanjay walked out of Karimnagar jail on Friday morning to a hero's welcome. The high drama around his arrest and calls from central leaders, including Mr. Amit Shah and JP Nadda, has elevated his profile and enthused him to intensify his attack on the KCR family.
పేపర్ లీక్ అవడం వలన 30 లక్షల మంది యువత బతుక బర్బాద్ అయిపోయింది. రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి కొడుకే దీనికి ప్రధాన కారణం. ఆయన రాజీనామా చేయాలని భారతీయ జనతా డిమాండ్ చేస్తున్నారు. డెవరేసి కుట్రలు చేస్తే మాకు జైలు కొత్త కాదు, ఈ కేసులు కొత్త కాదు, తప్పకుండా ఫైట్ చేస్తాం.
Bandi Sanjay is accused of trying to defame the KCR government, disrupt peace, create law and order issues, leading to cancellation of 10th class exams by exploiting a WhatsApp forward he got of a 10th class Hindi exam question paper on Tuesday while the exam was still in progress. The Telugu exam paper was also similarly shared among others on WhatsApp on Monday.
चोरों को पकड़ के जेल में डालने के बाद आज कुछ पेपर लीक नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, बहुत अच्छा सीधा साफ एग्जाम चल गया आज.
तेलंगाना सरकार के कोई प्रूफ्स नहीं बताने के कारण प्राइमा फेसी के अंदर जो संजय जी जो कोई भी उनके खिलाफ प्रूफ नहीं बताने के कारण वही कोर्ट उनको बेल देना पड़ा.
BJP MLA Itala Rajendra, who also got a forward of the question paper and in whose native Kamlapur the paper leak happened, has also been summoned by the police. In the last 3 weeks, the BRS government has faced the heat of protests, accusing the government of failing the 30 lakh youth aspiring for jobs with the leak of the Telangana State Public Service Commission recruitment exam papers. Jobs are an emotional issue for the youth of Telangana as they have been waiting now for years for the Telangana State Public Service Commission recruitment exams. Both the BRS and the BJP have been accusing each other of having a direct role in the leak of the papers. The exchanges between KT Ramarao and Bandi Sanjay have been particularly sharp and unlikely to die down in the days to come. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagaraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
Amid rising cases of coronavirus, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia today held a review meeting and advised states to stay alert and be prepared for COVID-19 management. In the meeting with state health ministers and principal and additional chief secretaries held virtually, Mansukh Mandavia also stressed on identifying emergency hotspots by monitoring trends. He also urged state health ministers to conduct mock drills in all hospital infrastructure on April 10th and 11th. Well, let's go across to Tanushri for more on this story. And Tanushri, the number of COVID cases reported in the last 24 hours was over 6,000 and it has led to a certain amount of concern. Tell us more about what happened during this meeting, and also are masks expected to be back anytime soon?
Well, first of all, the one question which everybody wants an answer for, that whether masks have been made mandatory or not. Masks have not been made mandatory in any of the states in the country. It's optional. But having said that, Mansukh Mandavia, the health minister, has very categorically said that if anybody is having influenza-like symptoms, that person should definitely maintain social distancing and also should wear a mask. And if you are in a crowded place, needless to say, you should always be masked up. Now, yes, you are absolutely right. In the last 24 hours, the COVID cases, the new fresh COVID cases have been recorded at 6,050, Gargi, and that's almost a 13% increase from the last 24 hours, and which is precisely has become a major concern for the health department. And that's why all the states, all the health ministers of all the states have been asked to carry out a mock drill so that they can check whether all the hospitals are equipped with enough oxygen beds or not, and all the hospitals have enough oxygen saturation or not. Mansukh Mandavia has very categorically said that there needs to be one process and one protocol, which is track, treat and vaccinate, and adhere to COVID appropriate protocols. Even if there are weddings taking place, even if there are election rallies taking place, all the people have been asked to maintain a COVID appropriate behavior and to mask up whenever in a crowded place. So that is the protocol as of now which has been given. All the states, as you rightly mentioned, have been asked to ramp up their COVID preparedness, to check the hospital if the hospitals and the infrastructure have all the kind of beds to to support the viral load in case we get to witness that in the days to come. So as of now, nothing to worry. All the health departments are keeping a very close eye on the COVID numbers. Testing and tracking have been expedited. The genome sequencing have been expedited in all the states, and all the states have been asked to keep a track of how many oxygen beds and how many hospital beds they have at the moment. But as of now, masks have not been made mandatory, but people have been advised to mask up whenever in a crowded place. Back to you.
All right, Tanushri, thanks so much for that. And yes, if you're somebody who's worried about COVID or belong to a vulnerable section, you must mask up. Now, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has strongly condemned the dropping of certain chapters and portions from NCERT textbooks and alleged that complete saffronization of academic books was the objective behind the move. He said excluding certain portions and chapters from textbooks with a political motive was only a negation of history, but also a condemnable move. Let's go across to Sneha for more on this. And Sneha, so very strong words there coming from the Kerala Chief Minister, talking about saffronization of education and, why it's evident why Gandhi's assassination and RSS ban have been removed. He said, does the Kerala Chief Minister plan to do anything further than this?
Well, Gargi, we have sought for an answer to whether they are planning to move legally against such moves. That's not something we've got to respond to yet. However, the response or the reaction, in fact, from Kerala Chief Minister against the deletions from the NCERT textbooks and other curriculum as well has been very strong, and not for the first time for that matter. In fact, while he has hit out at the BJP and the Sangh Parivar alleging saffronization of education, he's also gone on to say that removing portions of history or curriculum does not revoke historic data or historical facts. And he said there have been several attempts to mask history and curriculum with lies that that would not succeed, giving a call to protest against BJP's quote-unquote agenda. And this is not the first time. In fact, over the last 8 years, there have been at least 3 attempts of revising or reviewing textbooks by the current government. And that's always got a strong response from Pinarayi Vijayan.
All right. Thanks so much, Sneha, for joining us with those details. Now, actor Salman Khan is the latest from Bollywood to bat for some form of censorship on OTT platforms. And this comes just days after the INB Minister Anurag Thakur said that the ministry has been getting a number of complaints about the obscenity and abusive language on OTT platforms. Let's just listen into what they said.
क्रिएटिविटी के नाम पे हम कुछ भी OTT पर नहीं परोस सकते, ये भी हमें इंश्योर करना है, क्योंकि अभी तो प्लेटफॉर्म्स बड़े होने शुरू हुए हैं, अभी तो करोड़ों लोग इससे और जुड़ने वाले हैं. So I think this is the time that industry where we have self-regulation, we should also look at these details, because India is a diverse country and OTT must also reflect the collective consciousness of the country, and our creative minds, our creative economy should benefit out of that.
I just think that there should be a censor on OTT, and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali galoch should, stop, because अब सबके पास ये सब फोन पर आ गया है. So चलो 15 साल का 16 साल का बच्चा देख ले, आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि आपकी छोटी सी बेटी देखे पढ़ने के बहाने में? तो I just think that जो content should be checked on OTT, and जितना clean होगा content उतना बेहतर होगा.